Hello students, the topic that we are going to do today is determiners. Now determiners play a very important role not only in written English but also in spoken English. If we use determiners correctly, even our written English would be very impressive. Not only our spoken English but written English both would be so impressive that we can easily communicate with people correctly and impressively. Now, the first thing that we should know about determiners is actually what are they? Now, determiners, as the word itself suggests, determines. Now, these are the words which are used before nouns. Moreover, they determine or fix these nouns in their meaning. For example, if I want to say this is a book. Now this is a book. In this is a book. Here a is actually determining the noun book. Now book here is a noun which is determined by the word a. This shows that we are talking about a single book. Right, and we are talking about any book. It can be any book indefinitely. Now here I have taken an article with this word book. We can also take a word, say few books are kept on the table. Now here in this sentence, if you see, I'm using two words with two nouns. Here the noun I have is books and here I have table. Now before these two words I have used few and here I have used the. Now few tells the number of books. I'm not actually giving the exact number but I'm telling there are few books. So it is determining this word books. Here table, I am talking about a specific table, that's why I have used the. So these two words are determining the nouns I am using in this sentence. Now let's take one more example here. My father is a physician. Now my father is a physician. Here physician is the noun that I am using, and with this noun before this I am using a, which is actually determining that it is a singular noun. Right? So let's take few more examples. There is a little juice in the glass. Again in this sentence we have two nouns. One is juice, another is glass, and here I am using a little before juice and the again with glass. So a little shows the quantity and that is, it is determining or fixing the juice, how much juice is there in the glass. A little quantity of juice is there, and the glass means again I'm talking about a specific glass, right? So one more example here. He wrote in his notebook. Now he wrote in his notebook. Here notebook is the noun that I am using, and before this I have used his. Although his is a pronoun, but it comes in the category of determiners because it is determining the noun notebook here. So his will be called a determiner, and this will be called a possessive determiner. Now if you have seen, we have variety of determiners here. We have some determiners that shows the quantity, some show possession, some show the number, some show the definiteness of a particular object. Now all these if you say is a combination of various topics in grammar that we study. We study articles, we study pronouns, we study adjectives. So all come in this category. Why? Because they all determine the noun that we use in a particular sentence. Now we can classify determiners into various categories so that we can identify them later and can use them correctly. Now adjectives and pronouns, they both come in this category, but before that the first thing that comes in this category is articles. Now articles, as you might have studied in your classes in your school, from class 4th or 5th they are taught in schools. Article a and the, although they are taught in schools, but there are confusions in mind where to use a and where to use and what are they exactly. We'll be discussing them later one by one. Now let's first classify them. One is articles, another one is possessives, now in the category of possessive this comes his, her, my, mine, their, our, etc. Means the words that show possession of something. Then comes demonstratives. Demonstratives are the words that show something. Demonstrate means to show. So the words that show something or point out something are called demonstratives. So in this category comes the words this, that, these, those. Right? Now after this, let's come on to the next category, and that would be adjectives of quality. They are also called as qualitatives. In this category comes the words like large, small, beautiful, and so on. Means they are, you can say, the adjectives that show the quality or disquality of a certain object. Next comes adjectives of number. Now adjectives of number, in this we tell the quantity or the number of objects. For example, 2 books, 3 books, 5 books. So 1, 2 and so on. Then comes adjectives of quantity. When we are telling the quantity of a certain object, for example, some milk is there in the glass or juice is there, which we cannot count, but we can tell the quantity of that thing, right? So, for that we use this. For example, little, some, much, more, etc. Now, these words are called as adjectives of quantity. Now, apart from these, there are a few more. There is one more that we can classify it as relatives. Now, relatives, or they are also called as relative pronouns. Right? So, they also fall into this category wherein we take all the WH family words. WH family words means who, whose, where. Even how comes in this category, although H and W are at different places, but how also come into this category. What, etc. All WH family words come into this category. Now, apart from this, there is one more that is left, and these are interrogatives. Now, these interrogatives are again WH family words, but they are used to ask questions. The usage here as a relative and usage as an interrogative would be different. Now we will discuss each and every classification individually. So let's start with the articles first. Now, articles are the words a and the. A and the. These three words are called articles. Now, again, articles can be classified into two categories. One is indefinite. Another is definite. Now, these three are divided into these two categories. Now, indefinite articles, if I say, are a and an, and definite articles, there is only one, the. Now, why they are called indefinite articles? For example, if I say a book. Now, if I say a book, here I am talking about book. I am not specifying which book I am talking about. A book is kept on the table. Now, here I am not specifying, that's why I have used a here. But if I want to specify, or if the person knows which book I am talking about, I'll use the here in place of a. The book is kept on the table. So, I am talking about a particular book here, that's why I have used the. So, a becomes indefinite because it can be any book. But here, the is specifying, it specifies which book I am talking about. So, indefinite articles are a and an, while the is called a definite article. Now, where to use a and an? So, when we start the usage, it's slightly complicated and people are highly confused here. Now, when we say usage, the first thing that we should know are the sounds in English language. Now we know English alphabet, but in English alphabets also we divide them into two categories. One is vowels, another one is consonants. Now when we say vowels, there are only 5 in English language. They are I, A, I, E, O and U. Although there are 5, but it has 21 sounds. Now consonants, other than these 5 alphabets, we have B, C, D, F, G, H, J and so on. Rest of the alphabets are called consonants. So these alphabets and their sounds are called consonants. Now people get confused because they think that if a word starts with, say, if it starts with O, it should always have, it starts with O, it should carry an here, because we are told that if a word starts with vowel, we need to add an, but this is wrong. We should first see the sound that comes. When we say one, w sound comes. So this is wrong. If I want to write dash 1 rupee coin, I would write a 1 rupee coin. I would not say an 1 rupee coin. Now there are certain other cases that come into this category. Let's say uniform. Now when we say uniform, the sound that comes is U. Now U is not the sound for U actually, it is for Y, right? So this sound comes. Now the sound for U, actually the U alphabet, is A. So here it is U sound, so it is not that we will put an here, we will put a uniform here. Another case, let's take European. Now when we say European, again the word starts with a vowel, but it does not start with a vowel sound. It only starts with U again. So a European would fit in here, right? Now another example that we can take here is our. Now here if you see this word, it starts with a consonant sound. So if you say by the rules, we should add A here because it starts with H. Now what we are taught, or what we are actually we don't understand, or what we must misunderstand, is that we confuse with the sounds or the alphabets. We should first see the sound. Now the sound that comes here is our. It's not hour, it's not pronounced. So H is not pronounced here, so it is our. So an is used here, right? Moreover, A and an are also used when we actually introduce something into, for example, if we are writing a story. If you are writing a story, we would start with A or an. Say, for example, once upon a time, there was a forest. A forest. In the forest, now there was a forest I used, and in the second place when I am using forest, I am using the. So what does that show? So when we introduce something, we start with an indefinite article, but once we have introduced it and we are writing it again, we will use the before that, right? So the will be used after the introduction, right? Moreover, it will also be used with something that is unique. Now, unique, for example, sun. The sun. Now, the sun, the moon, the stars, we use it with them. Then we also have some books. They are our epics. They have a particular name. We use them with that. the there only, right? So we use the with something that is unique and which does not have another copy of it, right? So uniqueness in an object or specification in an object requires the with it. Now with this, let us first do an exercise just to find out whether we have understood articles or not. Now the sentence that we have here is dash tourist walked up to dash policeman and asked him how to get to dash dash policeman did not understand dash woman's English, so he asked her to repeat dash question. Now let's see this sentence here. Rather, it's a combination of 2-3 sentences here. In this example, dash tourist walked up to dash policeman. So in this group of sentences, I am introducing tourist for the first time. So what I will use here? A tourist, because the sound that is coming is t sound. So t sound is a consonant sound. So a tourist walked up to dash policeman. Now policeman per sound is coming here. So up to a policeman and asked him how to get to station. Now here she is specifying the station she is asking. So the specification would require the here. So the station. Dash policeman did not understand. Now again policeman, the word policeman is coming. So I have already introduced a policeman here. I am talking about the same policeman here. So I would use the. The policeman did not understand the. Again I'm talking about the woman here who is the tourist here. So the woman's English. So he asked her to repeat the question because again the specification is there. That's why I've used the here. Right. So after this, let's take another example. Peter is in prison for dash crime he didn't commit. full stop. His wife goes to dash prison as often as she can. Now again, in this example, Peter is in prison for crime. For crimes, a singular and countable thing. Moreover, we are introducing it. So, for a crime he did not commit. His wife goes to, again we have already introduced prison here. So, the prison as often as she can. Now in this case also you can clearly see the specification took the, and when we are introducing something and talking about a singular thing, we are using a here. Then comes another example. Vijay was rushed to hospital yesterday with dash burst appendix. His brother visited dash hospital and was happy to see him comfortable. Now in this case, Vijay was rushed to hospital yesterday with burst appendix. Now appendix is again a singular thing and we are introducing it a appendix. Indefinite article a would be used here. His brother visited, again hospital is being introduced the second time here. So visited the hospital and was happy to see him comfortable. So with this I hope we have comfortably and very expressively completed a and the. These are the articles and I hope everyone has understood. So with these examples, now let us first do an exercise just to check whether what we have understood is we are able to identify them or we are using them correctly or not. So I would give you an exercise to do. In this exercise, you have to fill up a and the. You have to fill up articles here. Now the first sentence here. Now, see this sentence. Dash music is one of my greatest loves. I very much wanted to study it when I was at dash school. My brother is dash very talented sitar player and has dash good voice, and I always wanted to be as good as he is. Now in this first sentence, in the very first part of the sentence, we have dash music. Now music is something that we cannot say, we cannot count it, so it's an uncountable noun. We'll use the music here. The would be used. The music is one of my greatest loves. I very much wanted to study it when I was at the school. I am specifying I was at which school? The school. My brother is a very talented sitar player. Again, indefinite article would be used here, and has a good voice, and I always wanted to be as good as he is. Now, let's take one more example here, one more sentence in this exercise. It is English is dash language of dash English is dash language of dash people of England. Now English is, we're talking about a particular language, one. So English is a language of, now if I say English is a language, although I am using a here, but do you think it is a correct usage here? No. Why? Because it is a specification here. So this a would be wrong. In place of a, we would be using the. Now this is a very common mistake that is being committed by people. Now English is the language of the people of England. Now the people of England, again I am specifying the people, what kind of people, and people belonging to England. Okay, so that's why the would be used here and the would be used here, because I am talking about the particular language, English. Now let's take one more example here. Dash guide knows the way. Now dash guide knows the way. Now here way is also a noun. Here although we have not got the blank, but the is here because we are specifying the way. But here we have guide. Now guide as a singular person, but a specified person, a particular person we are talking about. So what we will use here? The. So with that we come to the end of the exercise of articles, right? So the next thing that we are going to take up in our next lecture would be possessives. Thank you.